everyone, and welcome again to another edition of Veeam Backup and Replication version 12 tips and tricks. Today I wanted to talk about security and compliance, which you can choose at home. Let's talk about launching this analyzer. So basically what this analyzer does, it analyzes your current server instance of Veeam, and it goes through all the best practices and guidelines from data protection and cybersecurity experts that can be actually implemented into your server. It checks them, and if there are no implementations, how you see right now, then the warnings are being displayed. So we are gonna go through each one of those statements here, and we are gonna try to implement all of those in our backup in our Veeam backup server, just to make it more secure. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So remote desktop services. Okay, so I'm just gonna launch everything that I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna launch CMD because I'm gonna be using sometimes CMD, sometimes I'm gonna be using PowerShell. Okay, so let's just put them here. I'm gonna just pull up my notes. So first of all, we need to disable the term service. So let's disable the term service. I'm gonna analyze, and now it's passed. Okay, so now we need to disable remote registry. So let's disable remote registry. Next, we're gonna disable WinRM remote management. Okay, so let's disable remote management. Okay, now Windows Firewall should be enabled. So by default, Windows Firewall is enabled when you install Windows Server. Of course, I disabled it because I was doing many different things here, and it was a test environment. But on default, it should be enabled. You should have different rules, of course, implemented into the firewall. So we're gonna enable it right now. And now let's analyze again. Okay, what do we have next? Web proxy auto discovery service should be disabled as well. So for this we need to actually go to the registry. So we'll need to open our registry. Okay, and now we're gonna follow this path. Let's see, services. Okay, and we are looking for, once again, WinHTTP auto proxy service. So it should be at the bottom. Windows WinHTTP auto proxy service, right? Auto proxy service, yeah. So you're actually looking at this, and now here's our start. So we need to change this for 4. which is actually disabled. Okay, now we can close it down, we can analyze once again. Okay, it passed. So now we need to, well, deprecated versions of SSL and TLS should be disabled. So we need to disable SSL version 2.0 and 3.0 and TLS version 1.0 and 1.1. So we need to disable all of this. And if I remember correctly, I will need to once again go to the registry here. Just another path. Yeah. So we'll need to go to S channels. Need to go to S channels. Okay, so basically HK local machine system, current control, set control, security providers, S channels. And here you need to pick protocols. Going to the protocols. And here you will need to actually create 4 keys. I need to create 4 keys. Okay. And we are gonna just name them accordingly. So okay, TLS. I'm gonna rename this point 1. I'm gonna choose SSL, of course. Gonna rename this as well. I'm gonna rename the last one. A little bit tedious, I know. You can probably do it with a script or just a regAdd. I'm just doing it manually just to show you. Okay, so now we need to, for each we need to create 2 keys, server and client. So okay, so for each one we need to create 2 keys. Okay, one is gonna be called server. Sorry about that. And client. And we need to do the same for everyone. Okay. Server, client. Okay. Okay, so we got this. Now what we need to do, for each of them we need to add a D word called enabled and set to 1. Okay, so for each one we're gonna add a D word enabled that is set to 0. New one enabled. Okay, and now we need to create another D word called disabled by default, and this one is going to be set to 0, and we need to do it again for each one. So we're gonna change this to 1. Okay, now let's make a quick check. So, okay, TLS server, both of them, client, both of them, 101, both, okay, SSL, both, and SSL 3.0, both, okay. Fine, so we're basically almost done here. Now, we need to actually, we're gonna close it down. Let's analyze. Okay, and it's passed. Now Windows script hosts should be disabled as well. Okay, so let's check script hosts. Again, we're gonna disable it through regedit. So again, registry. Okay. Now we are in settings. And let's check create a dword set to 0. Okay. So let's rename this. Okay. Okay, now let's just analyze. Okay, it's passed. SMB version 1 protocol should be disabled. It is disabled. And now we got link local multicast name resolution should be disabled as well. Okay, so first of all we are gonna be adding two registry adds. So first one, so we are using local machine software policies Microsoft Windows NT, and we are creating DNS client inside. And second one, in the DNS client we are specifying that the enable multicast should be with a reg word with 0. Okay, now we can analyze again. And it's passed. Okay, so last one is gonna be SMB3 signing and encryption should be enabled. Okay, so Here we need to go to gpedit, go here, gonna open let's run as administrator. Okay, and now let's check. So we need to go to computer configuration, Windows settings, security settings, local policies. So computer configuration, Windows settings, security settings, local policies. Okay, now security options, and here we need to actually find network. Okay, let's check because I don't remember. Microsoft Network Client. Okay, so we need to look for Microsoft Network Client. Okay, Microsoft Network digitally signed communications, and we need to enable this. Okay, we need to enable this as well. Okay, and now we need to do the same for server. So we got like Microsoft Network Client, and we got Microsoft Network Server digitally sign, and we're gonna enable this, and we're gonna enable this option as well. So we are enabling digitally signed communications, if client agrees. Okay, and now actually let's analyze and let's check. So something else. Okay, let's see. And we need to also enable SMB3 encryption. Okay, so we're gonna enable the encryption through PowerShell, and here, yeah, and let's restart LANman server. So we're gonna use sorry, this option. Okay, doesn't want to cooperate, brother. Okay, okay. So we restarted the server. Let's analyze it, and everything is passed. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think I will cut the video now, and the second part we are gonna take care of product configuration, and we're gonna take care of all of those. As always, like and subscribe, and I will see you in part 2 of the video.